Welcome back to Pure Coys Spurs update. The transfer window is always full of rumours, whispers, and excitement. But remember, every story should be taken with a pinch of salt until it's made official. Now let's talk Spurs, guys. Let's get into it. Before we do, please do me the honour of liking the stream, subscribing to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop today. I have a few transfer stories for you. It's a bit quiet, I'm not going to lie, but hopefully one at the end that we can really get our teeth into regarding this man here, Cody Gakpo. We have a little story on him, and could Spurs possibly be in for him? Guys, let me know what you think about the possibility of Tottenham signing Cody Gakpo. But let's get into the other stories. A lot of them are to do with the game today and what's going on, of course, with Spurs on tour. And first of all, I am going to bring this up because I want to talk about Savinho before we do anything else, because I think we need to, right? Savinho is a big topic currently. And this is what it has been said today regarding Savinho. Different story every day. Enzo Maresca has failed to convince Savinho to change his feelings on leaving Manchester City. Ferran Soriano, CEO of Manchester City, has been blocking the move for over 12 months. The Brazilian winger, mind is made up. He has found an apartment close to Xavi Simons. After speaking with Roberto De Zerbi, the player's desire to join Tottenham has only grew. 60 to 65 million pounds expected to get the deal done. Note, no fee is agreed, but personal terms verbally in place. Guys, what do we make of that? The possibility of the deal getting closer for Savinho? We will see, of course. Listen, this deal feels like it's been going on forever and ever. But maybe, just maybe, with him now finally telling City that he wants out, we may get that move a bit quicker than expected. I did put up a video yesterday saying, do we really need him? With the fact that we have Mathers Tell, two, in my opinion, very similar players, very skillful, very little output. And as soon as I say that, what does Tell do? He does this. Absolutely brilliant free kick today for Spurs against Sydney. Listen, it is only a friendly, but if he can recreate that form in the Premier League, we will all be absolutely delighted, won't we? Great free kick from Mathers Tell. We have to give him credit where credit is due. I still think his output needs massive improvement now, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about Savinho. Let me know what you think about Mathers Tell as well and his performance today and that great goal. Of course, last night there was rumours going around about Fernandes and the fact that he had a bad knee injury. Oh my God, typical Spurs. Why does it always happen to us? But I think our fears have been allayed somewhat. We've been calmed a little bit, haven't we? With the news today that Roberto De Zerbi confirms that Matheus Fernandes is not injured. He has just got fatigue in his calf. That is good news. Of course, more news has come out since then that he's probably not going to play for the rest of this tour. Once he gets back to Hotspur Way, once he gets back in London training, he will be back in full training. But I think they're being very careful, and this is the next story I want to bring up. They're being very careful with the injured players. What they don't want to do is their senior players to get them injured too soon. So listen, I say too soon. We all know they're going to get injured at some point, right? But this has come out today regarding De Zerbi, and this is what he has said regarding the senior players who haven't seen too many minutes so far in New Zealand and Australia. Roberto De Zerbi states he doesn't want to take any risks with his Tottenham players with the aim of avoiding another injury crisis. Danzo, Van der Ven, Solanke, Van Heck, I'll add Maddison to that as well. I thought today they were not yet ready to play without risk. Maybe some of them can play the next game Saturday with Chelsea. Maybe not at the beginning. Maybe in the beginning, Robertson and Sandro Tonali. But it's the management of the players, especially after a World Cup, or after big injuries like Udogie and Solanke. Again, surprised Maddison not named now. They suffered long injuries last season after a long trip, after the jet lag, after the beginning of pre-season. I wouldn't like to take the risk. So listen, a lot of the senior players not really being risks out there in New Zealand and Australia, which for me kind of beggars the point. What's the point in taking them, right? Why take them if they're not going to play. I get they can, train with the first team and as such, and there's a bit of a bonding thing, but maybe they would have been better left at home to train at home. I don't know, guys. What do you think in the comments? Listen, it looks like we are being extra careful with our players, which is fantastic. But disappointed so far not to see Maddison. I have to say, I'm concerned about Maddison. I thought he'd come back fitter, bigger, stronger than ever. But so far, we've not seen him play a minute on this tour. Will he get any minutes against Chelsea? I don't think he will, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Maddison. Gallagher played in the 10 today. And listen, he did okay. His finishing's not the best, is it? Let's be honest. He's not a great finisher. But listen, for me, he's not a 10, Gallagher. But he did okay there. If Maddison's not going to be fit, we need to go out and buy a 10, in my opinion. Let's take a bit of news about this. This story come out of the blue, and it was about Conde. The French Barcelona defender. Now, for me, he was on the front of the thumbnail because I saw all the links with him about him possibly joining. I've gone to check today, and there you go. There's nothing between Jules Conde and Tottenham Hotspur, despite the links in recent hours. There was no interest whatsoever from Spurs side, and certainly no negotiation. So we can end that now. Conde is not coming to Tottenham. That's absolutely fine. It was a bit of a weird link for me anyway. I was quite surprised about it. Let's talk about this man here, because for me, this is the most exciting man in pre-season, and it is Luca Williams-Barnett. I think he has been brilliant, and I'm struggling to think, why would he not be in the first team this season, or at least the first team squad? I'm not talking about him starting every week, but why not in the first team squad? This is what's been said. Luca Williams-Barnett is a precious diamond. We have to work on him in the final third, and he must work hard on his physicality. I've worked with a lot of young players in my time, and he has a potentially special, and he's a potentially special player. Listen, I think we can all see, when he plays, just how good he is, just how talented he is. Whether he can replicate that in the first team was another story at Premier League level. And it maybe is a little bit too early, but I think as Tottenham fans, he's a player we can really, really get excited about for sure. Obviously, news on Bergvall as well. And apparently Bergvall was never asked to leave. He has never asked Roberto De Zerbi to leave the club. And this is what he said. I've always been very clear. I would like to keep him, Lucas Bergvall, to stay with us. He's potentially a top player, but I don't want to convince anyone. Tottenham is already a top club. We don't have to convince anyone to stay. Brilliant words from De Zerbi. Absolutely love it. And he's basically saying, listen, I want him to stay, but if he stays, he's got to fight for his place. Nothing's guaranteed at this club. We are a massive club. And if you want to stay, you've got to fight. Is whether Bergvall wants to stay and fight for his place, or whether he wants it maybe a little bit easier and go somewhere else where he's guaranteed first team football. We will see. Guys, let's get to the last story of the day. And it is regarding this man, of course, Cody Gakpo. Would we take him at Spurs? I absolutely would. I think he is one of the perfect players who would work really well in a De Zerbi system. This is what it says about Gakpo. Keep an eye on Tottenham with and Cody Gakpo in the next few weeks. They really like the player. And listen, it might not mean a lot, but when Fabrizio Romano is saying it, kind of makes you think something could happen now. I think Spurs are definitely interested in Gakpo. Whether we can get it over the line, whether we can convince Liverpool to sell or not, and whether it's in Tottenham's price range, we will see. But listen, one thing's for sure, one thing that these pre-season friendlies have showed us, if we didn't already know it, is that our strike force, our forward areas are really weak, and we can create 100 chances, but we're not taking them. We've really got to improve things in that front area. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all the rumours and all the things that De Zerbi said after the game today. Of course, we drew 1-1, one on penalties. For me, the result's not important. It's all about fitness in the legs. Good to see Tonali getting some more minutes. Andy Robertson, come on, put some really good balls in. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Gakpo rumours, about the Savinho rumours. Is it ever going to happen? Guys, let us know what you think. Have a great day. And as always, come on, you Spurs. Bye.